This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, I hope you can see the screen now. Then let me open our documents. So today we have to talk about dictionary. I believe we have discussed all other different things, but one different area we need to discuss today should be dictionary, and we'll complete that today, and we'll close it off for today. Yeah, I am a big data engineer, senior big data consultant, Sandeep. Okay. So now we have finished all this stuff. Okay. So let's get into this. So we have finished. I believe we had discussed frozen set, right? Anybody can just confirm? Did we finish frozen set, or still we have to talk about frozen set? Any update from anyone? Frozen set. Come on, folks. Nobody. Nobody remember whether we have completed frozen set or not. Okay, thank you, Kotish. Thanks for the update. Yeah, it's immutable. True. So then we have to switch to dictionary topic. Usually we can call this as map also in other languages. We can call it as map. In Java, in C Sharp, in Scala, in many languages we can call this as map. Okay. So let's just discuss this now. Once we finish this, then we are completely done with the collections. That what I do is we'll discuss few machine learning basic statistical algorithms by implementing without taking any libraries. That is what I told you. That is next agenda. So then I'll switch to the files topic. Then we'll work on files rigorously. Like I'll give you many scenarios so that how we can use in our day-to-day project activities, because we keep working processing lot of files every day in our big data projects. Even you don't believe me. So we automate lot of process. So in that majority of the work is reading data from the files and how to simplify the process. Anyhow, I'll talk about it. It's too early to talk on that. So let me talk about dictionary first. So what is dictionary here? It's very simple, all of you gentlemen. It's mutable. Again, it's same like it is mutable and same like set actually. When can we expect functions topics, sir? Kotesh, if you want, I'll start functions now itself. I don't have an issue. Okay. But the point is, you are seeing right. We are trying to do maximum, problems. We are trying to solve maximum problems and get some solid foundation on programming. So after maybe after collections, we can start functions. Before we after that, might be we can take up what is that files. Order of learning can be anything. That's up to you. So maybe you can tell me, remember me. We'll start functions after this. Okay. So now, dictionary. What is dictionary here? It is mutable, same like set actually. Set and dictionary are almost similar. Only difference is set is used to store independent elements or independent objects, like whereas dictionary is used to store key data in the form of key and value pairs. What is dictionary? It is used to store data in the form of what? Key and value pairs. See, in other languages, as I told you just now, you can also call this as map. Map is the very famous word in other technologies like Java, like C sharp, like Scala. The one thing here is keys must be unique. Values should be duplicated. Values can be duplicated. It's not should be. Values can be duplicated. It's up to us. Okay. Another important thing is dictionaries are growable and shrinkable. See, when it is dynamic, I told you it's similar to set. What is that? Maybe I can add a small point here. What is that? It is dynamic. Dynamic means all dynamic data structures are growable and shrinkable. Do you understand that? What, gentlemen? They are growable and shrinkable. You can add elements dynamically and you can remove them. If you add, the size will grow. If you remove, the size will shrink. It will reduce. That's all. And as discussed, we can declare this dictionary in two ways. Excuse me, guys. One way is using this flower braces. The other way is using dict function. See, we have seen this number of times. Even we have observed this in different cases, like in case of list or in case of tuple. No, for all this to deal with to declare any this such kind of collections, we have two ways. One way is use an operator and declare a collection. Another way is use a casting function. For list there is a list function. For tuple there is a tuple function. For set there is a set function. For dict there is a dict function. Okay. In that way, we have casting functions or constructors to declare the empty collections. Okay. So now, so that is one thing. Okay. So now, how to declare dictionary? Then we can do it in two ways. Either use this flower bracer or a dict function like this. You can see here. You can follow a dictor. Of course, inside that it is not necessary to be a dictionary. You can pass a list or you can pass a set. Okay, you can pass any collection, any iterable object. What object? Any iterable object. Do you understand that? So that is one more important thing. And as discussed somewhere in the earlier sessions, we cannot apply slicing for set and dictionary. You know why? Any reason? Can anybody tell me why can't we apply what is that slicing for set or dictionary? Any update from yeah, Shiva is telling that it's these are not indexed data structures exactly. I told you clearly, slicing is applicable when we have index, when index is present for any data structure. So index is there for what? For bytes, for byte array, for a list, for tuple, all this stuff. Okay. But whereas for set and dictionary, there is no index. That's why we cannot apply slicing for these two data structures. Okay. Now let us just discuss like how to declare and how to, let's see all the very fundamental details of a dictionary here. In sense like what, like how to declare, how to add, every key value pair, and then how to iterate it, and how to extract elements through key, how to update dictionary, how to remove dictionary elements from how to delete elements from the dictionary. Let's understand all these kinds of details. Okay. So now, as usual, we can declare dictionary like this. I told you we can declare set and dictionary in the same way. The difference is by default is flower brace cell. When you declare a flower brace cell, you tell me what is it? Is it a dictionary? Is it a set by default? Is it a dictionary or is it a set? We had a discussion somewhere in the last class also, last week. Let us just see here. Suppose I say d equal to, if not d, you can take any variable folks. I'm putting d. Okay, then I say type of d. What is it? So default it is dictionary. It's not set actually. We had a discussion in the last class also. What is it by default? Dictionary. Okay. Next one. So how to add elements? This is an empty dictionary now. Now you can add key value pairs one by one, and you can add group of values at a time. Okay, that's up to us. But we'll see step by step. First, we'll see how to add each key value pair to a dictionary, element by element, or pair by pair. Otherwise, instead of element by element, here we can say pair by pair. Okay, how to add that? Then we'll see how to add group of values at a time. Group of pairs, sorry, because it's a key value pairs. Okay, then slowly we'll just see one by. Give 1 minute. So now it's a simple thing, guys. Suppose if I want to add elements, it's something very simple. This is my empty dictionary. You can see here. If I print D, I don't get anything. I get an empty dictionary here. I want to keep adding key and value pairs. Suppose my keys are integers. Keys can be any type of data. It can be inter, it can be float, it can be double, it can be complex. I mean, double is not there here, of course. It can be complex, or it can be Boolean. But keys must be unique. You cannot have duplicate keys. It's not possible. Okay. So we can add like this. I'm taking integer keys. D of 1 equal to something like A, B, C. And I'm giving some couple of fruits here. For dictionary, I'm adding fruits. No, for one I'm taking apple. Okay, for two I'm taking banana. For three I am taking like this simple. D of 3 equal to, I'm sorry, what should we use here? Some grapes. D of 4 equal to, okay, some orange. Okay, enough, just enough. Print it. You can see there like how these values are arranged. You can see there. They are arranged in the form of key and value pairs. And after every key value pair, they are separated with comma. Here the keys are integers and values are strings. In this way, a dictionary can be created. And dictionary looks like this. It appears like this. Are you following, folks? Now, suppose this is how you can add, pair by pair. The syntax is, so the variable of key equal to value. Then a pair will be added with that key value. That's how the basic syntax look like this. Okay, you can see here so many we have seen here. Okay, so maybe the very fundamental syntax, var name of key equal to what is that? Var. That's how we can declare. Clear, right? So this is a simple example to add key value based to a dictionary. Now, what shall we do then? Second thing is how to get elements from the dictionary. So suppose you see here, how to get elements. This is my dictionary. Suppose I want to print apple, then I can say df. Means here it's similar to your list only. In list we use index to extract elements, or in tuple we use index to extract elements. Whereas in dictionary we use keys to extract element. Got it right? So whenever you say that var of key, it returns the value of that. Okay. So next again df2, df3, df4, like this. Following? This is how we can extract it. Suppose if I want to loop it and extract elements from the dictionary, how do I do that? How do I apply looping? It's simple. Some for I in is that d colon. You can say print of I first thing. So what this so we don't extract based on values. Okay, this somebody is asking me a question. Usually keys are keys are the source for accessing data from the dictionary. To extract keys by using values means so of course see there is a way for extracting everything. That is a different story. You can customize a code and do it. But what is the point? Suppose you talk about let me give you a small use case then. You talk about list or tuple. So usually we use index to extract elements. Okay. Yes, sir. Now you tell me first. Suppose I want the index of an element. Can I extract it? Yes or no? Tell me this answer. So I am talking about list. Can I extract the index of an element? Possible or not? Using index, you can extract values, an element from the list. Suppose I told there is an element 10. There are some elements 10, 20, 30, 40. Now I give 20 and ask you, find the index of 20th element. Is it possible or not? Can I get it? We can get it, Sandeep. Yes. There is an index function for that. Okay. Or there is a find function. I hope there are ways. Even here also, see, if you want a key associated with some value, we can get it. You got the point, right? Well, I'll show you anyhow. See, if you are that interested to understand, can I get a key based on some value? Yes, we can get it. But problem is, this value sometimes will be duplicated. Now, when I try to get a value, and based on that, if I try to get a key, and with that duplicates might have different keys. Got it right? which key you are trying to extract is something we have to be very clear. Got it? But still, the answer to your question is, can I extract a key by using value means? Yes, you can get it by doing some customization. But the point is, usually keys are the actual sources for us to add elements to a dictionary, to update elements in a dictionary, to extract or to read elements from a dictionary, to delete elements from a dictionary. Usually, whatever operation you do on dictionary, we do with keys, not with values. Is it clear now? Understood, Sandeep? Okay, right. Maybe if you are, concerned, or if you are, interested to see that use case, we'll just check on that. Nothing to worry. Give me some time. Let me first finish all this. I'll come to your quarters. Now, that music, can you mute it? So now, I was talking something, suddenly switch it to the question. So we are trying to iterate like this. If I iterate, observe carefully here. What I am getting from the map here? What I am getting? Tell me, guys. I'm just getting only keys, right? Yes, sir. Suppose I want keys and values both together. Possible or impossible? Not possible. Can I get it? Yes. For I comma or some k comma v in the. Okay, this is the way how you can get both together from a dictionary. But whenever you are passing these two dummy variables here, k comma v, it is generally applicable only if your source is a dictionary. If it is a list, if you pass like this, I don't think this is going to work. Okay, when this is applicable? When your source is what, gentlemen? When your source is a dictionary. Okay. Cannot unpack the non-iterable object. Okay. One minute. Something has struck here. 1 minute, guys. So for k comma v in d colon, print of k comma v. Let me just try this. Cannot unpack non-iterable object. Remember, we had done this kind of use case. Okay, I'll just update it on this because I had 1 minute. Let me just. So this is one case that is fine. Now we can do it. Okay, I remember items. We have to apply a small function here. D dot items. So whenever you want to do unpack, we should apply a small function here. Items. Then now you can say what is that? Print of key comma value. Okay. Can you see this now? So means if you want to extract both key and values together. So this is how we can do this case. So apply items function. So items will extract, will return both key value pair, and that is split into your key is stored into k and value is stored into value pair by pair. Okay. So that's how we can get it. In the first case, I have applied like this for I in is that D colon. We try to print it, print off what is that I. But here I'm just getting keys. But in this case also, if I want to get values, so using this key, I can get value also. How do I get it? Something like this. For I in D colon, I can say print of I comma D of I. So when I say D of I, it will return a value or not. Can you see? Almost the output is same. The way we extracted output is almost same. Like like when we apply items, we got key value base. Similarly, there is another way of extracting data like this also. Got it right? So in this way, there are different ways to iterate data from the dictionary by applying items function or by applying directly like this. And there are also other functions you can use apply to extract data. We'll see when we look at the API methods of dictionary, then you understand, you get more idea about how to use different ways. So are you good now? Anybody has any problem here so far? Okay, next let me switch to the next topic. So that's the idea about simple idea about dictionary. Suppose if I try to put duplicate keys, let me just show you. So, I'm going to give a small task to you after this. You remember, right? Word count example. Now we are going to do it with this, applying this, but in an easy way. Suppose I have a dictionary like this, one comma, okay, one colon. It has to be created like this. Suppose if you are directly providing key value pairs instead of pair by pair, then you have to create a dictionary like this. It has to be, your key value pair has to be separated with colon. Observe carefully how it has to be separated. You have to apply colon here. Not only here, in any language, if you are creating key value pair, even if you go to JSON also, your key value pair has to be separated with colon. Okay, one colon, something like ABC. Okay, comma, two colon BBC. Okay, three colon something like DDC, something like this. I'm just trying to do. And again, one colon. See, I'm duplicating key now. One colon HHH. Now you see this. Do I have a duplicate key here? Yes or no? Answer. Do I have a duplicate key? But as per dictionary, can we have duplicate keys, gentlemen? Answer. Can I have duplicate keys? We can have duplicate values, but we cannot have duplicate keys. Are you following or not? So now what happens now? Let me enter. Let me print the what, observe the output. The latest pair, that HHH, the latest value replaced with the old value. Initially one is set with ABC, but later on one is set with HHH. It's like, just to quickly remember, you choose two people to be in your life. First, you are married to one person. Later on, again you married to second person. Who will stay in your life? I'm just telling, this is just a fun example. There is nothing serious here. Obviously, when you marry for second time means you are going to stay with the second person, not with the first person, right? Same thing here. Key is only one key. That person can be any gender. I don't have discrimination here. See, one. The latest will replace old one. That happens in life also, right? Whomever is latest, they will replace old one. That's same thing. Okay. So point is you can have duplicate values, but you cannot have duplicate key. Suppose you see here, I can say 4, then I can say again ABC. Now you print B. Now you can see still 4 is having ABC because here any operation on dictionary is performed based on keys. So key is the primary source for doing any kind of operation on dictionary. Is it clear, right? So that's it, guys. Next one after this. Is it fine? All of you are good now? Next. Shall I give a small task to you now? Before going to talk about this methods, all this stuff. Okay. Now you write a program. Write a program. I'll take this one. Now you can apply this example. What is that word count? We can fine tune this word count example. I told you when we come to this dictionary, it is easy to to handle duplicate keys and store the output. Let's try this now. Write a program because all these practices are very much necessary for you. Tomorrow, if you want to really work in some project, these practices definitely necessary for you. Now write down, write a program. You don't need get function. We'll talk on all this. First one, write a program to find the word count of a given string. You can take any string of your choice. Okay. Okay. So you can just take the same bitty bought better butter. You can try that. Bitty bought just only for the idea. Better butter. Okay. To make better butter better. But better is better something. I am not giving to very lengthy one. Some but butter is better. So she bought a better butter. Just take up to this, and if you want, you can take complete statement and start doing word count. Now for this, you try to find word count. You know, right? We have done this through by taking by doing this with list. But with dictionary, now you can understand how simple it would be now. Now you try this. You know, there is a count function in list also. You remember, right? You can apply count if you want to know how many times a key is repeated, occurred. Okay, you can apply count function. If you remember the basic stuff of list, you can do all that. Take a couple of minutes and try to implement this. Shall I solve this problem? Shall I try this? Okay, let me just show you how to solve this now. So here it's a simple one. You take the string. The steps are same, right? First split it with the space, because space is the delimiter here. What do you have to do? Open here. Okay, let me use idle. Here, let me open this one and save it as give some name for this. Usually, I'm just giving here like test3 or a word count. Otherwise, let me be more specific here. Word count. So now you take this example, like take this string, Witty bought better string you take here. So some s equal to okay. Now you have to give it either in single line, or if it is in multi lines, you have to use triple quotes. You remember, right? Multi-line string. Now split it by space. First thing, some words equal to dot split by what? Split by space. You just need to give it just like this. Enough. Suppose if it is comma, in that you have to put comma. That quotes you have to put comma. Whatever it is, the delimiter, that you have to put it, pass it as a parameter to the split function. Okay. Now what you have to do? This is step 2. Split. Then this will return a list of all the words. Maybe you can print and check out. Now you can print and see this print out or something like this here. If you run this, it gives you a, already we have discussed list, right? It gives list of words. See there. Well, okay, let me just take it as double quotes then. It's not split by this. Sorry, I am not executing the code. I have to say F5. Where is this run module? You got a list of words, right? Now, from this, you have to find the count of each token, and then you have to display it. So, but if I try to find it, we had discussed in the other session, earlier sessions, it returns, the repetitive output. We don't get fine-tuned output. So if you are using dictionary, we can tune it, because we can know that key, we can just make it unique. If you put as a key, this word as a key in dictionary, it will return just a unique one. Okay, now you see, I'll just show you now. Now iterate this list. What you have to do after this, iterate list for W in words. Now what happens? I'll get each word when I iterate it. From the list, every word is iterated and put it into W. Now I want to find the count of each word. That's very easy. There is a count function. When I just apply count, it returns how many words are there with that in the list with that word. It will return like this. So it's very simple. How W dot sorry, words is the list. Okay. Dot count of W. So words in the list. W is the word for which I should find the count. I am passing that as a input to count function. So what count will do? Count will go into this list words and find out how many times this W is occurring. W is repeated. Then it will return that count. But if we just print it like this, suppose I'll just show you W comma. So this is the output. If we run it, we have solved this in last example somewhere in while discussing. So we have to print it. I'm sorry. What should we do, right? We have to say print off like this. When I do like this, the output look like this. It's not fine-tuned output. See, bit is just coming for one time. Bot is two times. Bit is again. If you see, again bot is of course. Bot, the count of bot doesn't change anywhere. But again, we are seeing the same output. Bot two times. Okay, better three times. Okay, butter three times. Something like this. So whenever we see an output, we have to just get that word and count, word and count. Again, we should not get repetitively, all this stuff. So then you can do one thing, add this to the dictionary, add W as a word as dictionary and your count as a value to that. That will simplify your issue. So what I have to do, declare one empty dictionary first. Then after that, what should we do now? Once we do that, open this. So add each word and its count to the dictionary. Even though if it is a word in the value is always count is always same. So now and even though we get duplicate words, it get replaced. Nothing to worry. So what I'll do now, d of w equal to, I'll just simply say we can do it in two ways. Either assign this count to some variable, okay, some count equal to. So if you want to be more clear, and then that d of w equal to say count. Now what happens? The count of that word is assigned as a value, and word itself becomes a key now. Now you print this dictionary. You don't need to print your this thing. Print of d now. Now run the code. Okay. I'll just do it. We'll run it again. Let's do a fresh run. Can you see there now? Bit is coming for how many times? One time. You observe, you check it. No, you get exact. No, the repetition of words will be just one time, and the count is also perfect this time. Suppose if I iterate it and print it for k comma v in d dot items. Okay, then when I say print of k comma v. Now you see this now. You get a perfect output this time without much difficulty. Can you see there? Is our output tuned now? Is it fine tuned or not? Can you see it now? So this is how dictionaries are very useful to us to eliminate duplicate keys. Got it? Yes or no? Clear now? So this is a simple idea how dictionary can be used. So next one. I hope this is clear for all of you folks. Can you share the code? Yeah. Should I put it in chat box or what? Okay. Next one after this. Using dict function. How to create a dictionary using a dict function. It's simple, right? Same thing. The only way we create it same. So we can say just some d equal to some dict. Usually it is used for applying casting. converting some listed to dictionary or set to dictionary like that. So this creates an empty dictionary, you can see there. Again, you have to keep adding elements. Suppose I say d equal to dict of, I'm using some elements like this, 1 colon. This is also another way of constructing. But you can do this construction directly without taking dict function. There is a, so it doesn't make any sense using creating dictionary like this, because you can do it directly. Usually when you are trying to convert another data structure to dictionary, this is more recommended one. Okay, but of course if you ask me, sir, I will use it, I like to use like this, so is there any issue? That's up to you. Okay, so then 2 colon some xyz, you can use single quote or double quote, nothing to worry, or triple quote also, because in Python for a string it supports any one of those three. But make sure when you use it, use same for a string here. For left side and right side, if you are starting with double quote, end with double quote. If you start with single quote, end with single quote. But one single quote, one double quote, it returns error. Okay, I'm just taking two here, enough for us. Print this like this. You got it right? Now you just say d of 1, then d of 2. You can iterate it in different ways, now. Got it right? And by default, this values, the insertion order is not preserved here. Even though you enter elements in some order, when you iterate it and print it, we don't get the same order here, because here the elements are stored according to your keys, or according to the hash code of keys, otherwise, what we call. Understood? So now, hash code in sense address, internal address of your value, if you ask me a question. So there is a small task I have given to the previous, the previous batch people. Can you test this? No, there are couple of, you can just remove this. Just for sake, I put it. These are flowers actually: rose, Irish, orchids, marigold, some lily. You can take lily. So there are certain flowers which starts with ovals. Some I, some O, I, A, I, O, U, right? They starts with vowels. This program is okay. What this program will do? This will try to print all the flowers. It starts with vowels. Of course, you have answer in front of you, but you can try it yourself. It is a simple program, because we can apply certain functions from the string API. Also starts with, ends with. There are certain functions in string, so you can try them also. So will you try to test it? Take it as an assignment and solve it. This one. Is it clear, right? Folks. Next one. Now I'm switching to the dictionary API. What dictionary does here? Okay, we know very well. Now, methods of dictionary. Let's understand the very simple and useful method. The first one is get method. Get is simple. No, it just returns the element from a given index. It takes index as input and returns the value of that index. That's what get does here. You got the point, right? What get does? Just simply like this. Okay, let me just test this. Okay. So what do you know? So this is our dictionary. I say d dot get of 1. I'm giving 1 as input, it returns the value of that. So what is get function does? Get returns the value of a given key. Okay. Can you share assignment in chat? Okay, that's fine. I'll do it. It's already solved. That's not an issue. You try it yourself. Okay, this is a small one. That's all. That is the assignment. You try to solve it. We can do many. I'll give many tasks after this. Once we if I finish all this stuff one by one. So now if you see what's get function doing here, get returns the value of a given index. So that is it. Next keys, as name says, it returns all the keys. Values, it returns all the values. Only keys. Keys returns all the keys from a dictionary. Values returns all the values from the dictionary. But it doesn't return directly, it returns some object here. Again, you should iterate it and extract each key separately. Here also it returns values object, dict values object. You should iterate and extract each value, one by one. That's how. And copy function, right? I had discussed clearly. Copy is used to copy elements of one dictionary to another dictionary. Here, what kind of copying is happening? Deep copying or shallow copying? So this is actually deep copying, not shallow copying. This is vice versa. Later on, while analyzing, so we had discussed such examples in list also. Only difference is list is used to store group of elements as objects. Here, key value pairs as objects. That is the difference. Everything is object here. We had discussed that. Okay. So now we'll test all this. I'm just only giving you a quick walkthrough of all these things. That's all. If you want, you can also try from your side. Okay. And clear is this. And also, suppose if you want to delete something, delete a particular key, you can apply this. Then remove, I'm not sure remove function exists, but we'll check and confirm that. Then items we have already discussed, how to iterate this. Items function returns all key value pairs. Okay, it returns your data from the dictionary in the form of tuple objects. Can you see here now? We'll see. I will again introspect it. We'll do a postmortem on that. From keys, we'll see that also. Then pop item. This is used to delete pop or pop item. Pop is used to pop a specific item, and pop item default random elements. Okay, that's it. So these are all most useful functions. And update is similar to merge here, like we have used extended function like in list and also update in set. It is similar to that. Set default is a very basic function to set some default values. So I'm telling you, I'm just doing a walkthrough. We'll see, we'll test one by one. You don't need to think that I'm going too fast. Okay, I'm not fast here. I'm just giving a walkthrough. That's all. Now, what do we do right now? So here, when you look at it, the first one, get function, we have just tested. Suppose you can also iterate like this for I in D colon. We can just say print of I comma get of I. Sorry, D dot get of I. If you say just get of I, you don't get anything because this get is part of dictionary API. So you have to say D dot get of I. Like clear now? Understood or not? Next one. Keys. D dot keys. Returns only keys. Something like D dot keys. Can you see that? Suppose you can iterate like this for I in D dot keys. Okay, colon. Then this just returns only keys. Suppose values, I just want only values, d dot values. It just returns only values. Okay, it just only returns values like this. Understood now? Is it clear? Are you following, guys? Now, I'll give you a small assignment. Okay, work on this now. You can work right now. You can do it now itself. We have a dictionary like this, a small dictionary. Let us see how to extract data and how to do some validations. Something like 1, comma, 2 colon 2, okay, comma 3 colon 3, comma 4 colon 4, comma 5 colon 5, like this. Okay. So now requirement is, so first thing, write a program. This is the input for you. That is the source for you. Write a program. Program to print all even strings from a dictionary. Okay, I just need only strings. Even strings from a dictionary and return length of each string. Length of each string. Okay. Try this first. This is a small example, not something difficult. Also, I am making a small change to this, guys, just to confuse you. Okay, not confuse you. To increase the, what do you call, complexity. Okay, I don't give this as a 1. Okay, I give a. This time, because 1 2 3 means you can divide by 2 and get the string, and you can show me, isn't it? It's simple, right? Try like this. Ax, there is no, this thing. I'll give something very random requirement here. Why? It has to be dynamic. And then k, something like this. And then what is that? H. Now you try. So even strings means 2 4 are even strings. Now you cannot divide by 2 and get it. Of course, here, as this is limited, you can, what is that? You can just by looking extracting x and k, you can do that. But suppose if I keep adding few more, I say some j equal to 6, some l equal to 10, then you have to get it. That also should be dynamic code. It's not static code. You got it right? Now you try. Is it a bit? At least you have to think a bit, right? It's not that small nursery standard code. The first one is very simple. Suppose if I give with numbers and ask you to do, what you do? You first get the keys and you divide by 2 and just find out whether key is even. Based on that, you get extract the value. Yes or no? You want to try that example also, try. After this, we'll do. So this, try these two examples. Only you try like this. You try this one also. First, you try this, then just we'll go level by level so that you get some better understanding. So 1 for 1, 2 for 2. Let us see how you are going to think and how you are going to implement. 3 for 3, 4 for 4, 5 for 5. Okay, now you try this. Extract a print even strings and length of that from the string. Second program is this. Now how you do this, we'll see both. First one is a bit easy. Second one is not that difficult, but just need to understand. Think some. That's all. Think a bit. Can you try it, gentlemen? Same thing. Write a program to print all even strings. Even strings in sense, which is 2, which is 4, which is 6, which is 8, something like that. And find length of that. So you have finished first one. Okay, you try second one also. Then it. Try this to solve it, take some time and work on it. So these are all, workshop kind of training program only. It's not like regular, continuous, conceptual discussion. We'll pass and we'll implement and again we'll take a concept, pass and implement like that. All this to take some 5 minutes. Then I will come back and I'll tell you how to work on it. This one dynamic only, even I just got a thought and I gave you. I didn't implement it. Trust me. Okay, I'm just showing you how to do this. The first one is simple. I don't say second one is difficult. Okay, these are all at very basic level examples only. So first one is, let's just take the input, take it to the idle. See, if you really master Python, once you start dealing with pandas, numpy, you just feel it like there is nothing there, because it gives you a lot of help. That libraries make this so simple for you. Okay. So, but when you know the core functionality, how it is working, then you can play with other areas. That's how you can. So let me take a small this thing like here. It's so simple, right? First iterate, get the keys. Okay, then just test which one is even, and then try to, what is that? Extract that value of even key. That's all. That is simple process. So something like for I in d dot keys, you can apply keys function here. Okay. The actual requirement is just to understand how to apply keys function, values function. Okay, that is the major requirement. So that's why we are trying these examples, as we just start understanding how, what is keys function, what is values. So now if we have to apply a filter, if I percentile 2 equal to 0, if it is even, then what you have to do, then print off what I need, just even keys and their length. Okay, maybe I comma d of I, that is one thing. And also I need just length, comma, I can say len of can you say d of I? Okay, that's all right. Length of that key, because we can apply length function all the, even I hope we can apply length on dictionary also. We'll see that also. Just run this. Invalid syntax somewhere. uh, 1, okay, 2, 3, 4, 5 code. Okay, here I am using code. Okay, you got it right. 2 and 4 are keys, and this is string and this is length. That is a simple example. Next one. How do you solve the next one? I see answers for first program, but still I didn't see answer for second program. Yeah, somebody have done this. Majid, I think, solved this. Length of I by 2 equal to 0. Not ASCII codes. Suppose, I see here in this program, it might work, Mazid. Suppose I give 9. 9 is odd number, right? It has but 4 characters. Then in such case, do you think this logic will work? Think and tell me, Mazid.
Uh, sorry, come again, please.
Suppose if we take 9 here,
Yeah.
just L here, some L equal to 9. Okay.
Yeah.
So right now your logic is, I understand, you find length of these strings.
Yeah, it won't work as per the
Okay,
length is.
so yeah. So that's why you can make some change actually. We'll see. Okay, I'll just talk on that. No, you don't need to use ASCII codes here, Sandeep. See, or you can use ASCII codes or Unicode, whatever you use. Just what I need is, see, this is the program. I need the output like this. How you implement is your choice, but give me the output, correct output. That's all. So we'll do one thing now. So when this is the case, the only option for us is what is the option? First, comparing it. Whenever these kind of use cases come to us, this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, these numbers will be 1 to 9 only. 0, of course, even if it is 0 also. 0 to 9. After that, what happens again? If it is 0 to 9, so here you are saying what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For this program, what we do is, this is actually a bit weak. This can increase, we can increase complexity as much as possible in this. But I'm just only taking up to what is that? The digits 0 to 9 first. That is primary requirement. Later on, if you want, you can increase 11, 12, 13 like that also. So now, so what you do now? You have to just first of all iterate, get the values, all the values first. For I, for W in D dot values, this is one just simple option. Now you have to just check whether it is 1 or whether it is 2 or whether it is just, you need to compare it from all this. The first one, case 1. What we have to do? If you can understand this is not something difficult. If How do you compare two strings, whether they were same or not? How do you do it, folks? So now this is 1, W equal to 1. You do one thing, colon. Take one variable, some x. X equal to what? 1. What I'm taking is no, I'm just trying it dynamically. That's what I told you, right? Like you only should try.
Dictionary keys are numbers right here. You have given
Yeah.
character
Okay. True.
probably.
I'll just change it. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take this. See, am thinking answer for this, but source is the other one. I'm thinking for this one.
Yeah.
Okay. So now what you do? Suppose if it is 1, then initialize x to 1. Okay. What? How to take it? Or we'll do one thing. D dot values. Then else if we can take up to, we can do it in different ways, guys. I'm just thinking for the best this thing. For 1 to 9, we have like this. If it is 2, okay. Yeah. In these kind of use cases, writing a function is the best option. But right now, as we didn't start functions, again, remember me, the same thing I'll show you how to fine tune this with function also. Somebody, Kotesh or somebody is asking, when do we start functions? There I'll show you how functions are really useful for us, okay? X equal to 2. So you can try like this up to 9, guys. 0 to 9, you can try from 0. Like this, maybe you can start with 0, because uppercase or lowercase you can change it. Maybe you can, while comparing, change it completely to uppercase or completely to lowercase, and you compare it. We can do it in different ways. 0, 1, and then maybe you can check this. If this is 1, because I don't know. So you have to initialize to 0 if x percentile 2 equal to 0. 0 is even only, right? Then just say print uh, the w. Just need only even keys, right? And again, same thing. Apply here. But this is a bit, actually, this is not that fine-tuned code again. But this the best choice is, I told you, right? If you are applying a function, there is a lot of repetitive code. We can push all this to a function. Just we can make it to, have it for one time, that's all. So there are different ways. I am just thinking, in one direction. Maybe if anybody has better solution, you tell me now. Of course, the complexity of this increases. Suppose if it is 11, if it is 12, if it is 13, no, we have to find other way for that also. As somebody is saying, is if you can get some, if that string, if we can get any number for that, convert it to number and see like that. Okay? But for now, we'll go with one kind of approach. As this is, we are limiting it to 0 to 9 itself. From 10 onwards, again, it is a different story. Elif 2, Elif 3, Elif 4, like this. Just change this value, x equal to 1. I'm just giving a small idea, x equal to 2. Then if it is 2, set x to 2. Okay. X equal to 3. See, you can, now we can increase the complexity here also. A lot of, we can make it much more bigger. 3, 4, and then initialize this to 4. X percentile 4 equal to 0. Like this, okay. I think you can do it up to 9, right? Can you continue from here? Now let's test it. See, if you are successful till this point, then you are successful for all the values also. Yes or no? Now, I'm not depending on what, I'm not depending on keys here. I try to extract values directly. Okay. So, and based on that, I'm checking what exactly is the element here, the string. Based on that string, where I'm just trying to see whether it is even string or odd string. Okay. Are you following, guys? Or am I making you going mad or what? Folks, is it clear now? Let me test it. If I'm getting the expector. See, theory or concept you can learn from YouTube channels or different sources are there nowadays. But the implementation, we have to practice it. That's useful to you. Thinking is important. Let me run this. There is some error. All of you can tell me what is the error. Comparison issue. Just simply say equal, okay, equal, equal, and equal. Okay, that's fine for us. Okay, let me run it now. So which are even keys among this? I didn't apply for all 9. I told you, right? We can continue like this. Just I am taking up to first 4. So you can try for remaining. Copy and paste a few more cases and test it. Okay. Let me run it. Perfect, right?
Yes.
Got 2, 4 now? Folks, did you see this? Now, means, see, whatever the key might be, suppose key might be even or odd, we don't need to care about it. But suppose somebody is coming with this requirement, even if you just ask this small piece of code, many people struggle to write this. I know that. Okay. So this is how you can make it. You can fine tune this with function. Suppose suppose if the elements are 9, 0 to 9, I have tried 9 cases. Suppose if I have a function, then I can just make it much more simpler. Trust me. I'll show you. I'll tune it and show you. Got it right? How to get key along with the, so you are asking reverse engineering. Okay, backtracking. If I give value, you should get key. See, the only possible option for that is Shiva. You have to write a customized code. If you ask me how to write customized code, should I show you? No, another requirement. This is another program. You can test it. All of you guys are good with this now. Did you finish testing this? I'll just copy and paste it in the notepad. Another program, one of our student is asking. I will implement and show it to you now. How to get a key based on value? Sorry, yeah, based on value. There is no direct, what do you call, direct approach for that, but I will definitely, what is that? I will show you with a code. Okay. So now write a program, next program. Write a program to extract a key based on a value. Write a program to extract a key based on a value. Suppose you take the same example. Do you want to try, guys? Do you want to give a try for this? So these keys might be whatever it is. We don't need to care about it. Apple, banana. Okay, three. It need not to be the same. Okay, and then some random things. Okay, some ABC, some HHH. Let it be like that. So the requirement is a input. Take a dynamic input. You ask user to input any one of these five keys. Then you should get five values. Then you should get a key for that. Do you want to try it? Yes or no from your side? Then I will also show you how to do this. Nobody is answering me. So do you want to try it? Yes, no. Just give me something. If you want to try, say yes. Otherwise, if you want me to try, then I will try. For me to try, you say no. For you to try, you say yes. Yes and no. No problem. Anyhow, I'll try it. You just do it now. Let us see how you are going to do. Just take 2 minutes. Then I will show you how to implement. Okay. Then I'll start. You keep parallelly trying it. I will also try with you. So if we input a key, sorry, if you input a value, you should get key. That is the requirement Shiva is asking. Let us try this. Okay, let's find out what is the value you want to input. First of all, take that as input from user. So as these are strings, I'm not doing any casting. Input, enter value. Okay, then now I have to search a key for this value. But might be, the same value might have, multiple keys. Suppose I take like this. So I take banana, for example, some 6 colon BANANA, banana. Okay, 7 colon something like 5. Okay, so even if I enter banana, I should get 2 and 6. If I enter 5, I should get 5 and 7, like that. Okay, now what shall we do now? First, simple. When if you get a value like this, now you have to compare this value with every value in a pair. What we have to do? What is the algorithm we have to follow? Once you get a value, suppose if I enter banana, suppose banana. By looking at that banana, you can tell, all of you can answer. What are the keys for banana? Tell me, folks. 2 and 6, right? Everybody can answer this or not? You tell me yes or no. If I say my key is banana, anybody can tell that the keys of banana is 2 and 6. If I tell 5, the key of 5 is 5 and 7. Anybody can answer if without writing code. Yes or no? Means what your mind is doing. When I say banana, your mind is comparing banana with all the values in the pairs. Then from there it is trying to get the key of that. Your mind is saying, oh, banana has 2, banana has 6. Your mind is observing that. Same algorithm you have to follow here. Take that banana, search in each key value pair. Search what? Search in each key and value pair. Means search in each pair. Suppose if a pair is matching with banana, get the key of that. This is the algorithm. Following? Yes or no? Now can you try this example now? I told you how to take it forward. Okay, I'll only show you. Simple. So what you do right now, you just try like this, folks. So for you just use items. Yeah. For items, you get key value pairs. Key comma v. Now, if v equal to what should I do? Value. Okay. Then print. Do you just need only key, or you get you want key and value together? Shiva. Okay. Then first we will print value. If it is equal to that, value comma k. Okay, that's all. So we have to do some, see, just if you understand algorithm logic, there is nothing, it's just matter of just 5 lines of code. Just run this, run more, say yes, input your value, BANANA. If you want to be case sensitive, think on that lines. Otherwise, convert it to all uppercase or lowercase and map it. Okay, match it, compare it. Got it, Shiva? You got 2 and 6, right? You tell me whatever you want. I'll get the keys for you. Suppose you give 5. Yeah? Give 5. F5. Perfect, right? Is it perfect or not? So this is how we keep playing with the coding. So that is one more example, which who asked this? Shiva asked it. I'm not sure we have a direct function to extract key for a value, but I'll just observe it. Tell me, okay? I'll just check and update you. Next example. Today we'll finish up these functions. No, because most of our time goes in coding only in our regular sessions. Deep copying. What is deep copying here? Just apply copy function. It will create a new copy. Test it, sir. You can try this. We have done it number of times. Okay, just creating exactly same copy of existing one. That's all. Next one. Test yourself. Shallow copy means just assigning. We have discussed this also very detailed. What did we do? Assigning already existing reference of one object to other one. Just both the references are pointing to the same object. We have discussed with the diagram also. This is shallow copy. Test yourself. Okay. Next one, clear. I don't need to explain much. Suppose if I want to delete, let us try this example now. Delete is a bit more interesting example now. And one more important, if you want to delete anything, this del is used for clears elements from the dictionary, but it won't remove the dictionary completely from memory. Dictionary still exists, but all the values from dictionary are removed. That is clear. Okay. Delete. Delete means it's like shift, control delete. Means everything is completely, even the object itself is removed. Okay. So you see here now, suppose this is my, see this, copy all these are simple functions. I ask you to do it. So this is the one. If you want me to do it, e equal to something like d dot copy. This creates exactly another copy, but two different copies. Both are not same. Values might be same. The objects are different. Addresses are different. That is what the point is. Other kind of copy is f equal to some d. This is what copy here. This is actually a, we are just trying to do shallow copy here. Both are pointing to the same address, same object. And then I told you to apply clear. When I say clear, what happens, sir? It will completely remove the elements. Can you see that? So then we can add few more again. Let me just add some elements and okay, now we have elements ready. Now, what is that? Delete. This is universal. It is not applicable just only on specific dictionary. We can apply this del on any kind of data structure. Even you can apply it on what is that? We can apply it on even the scalar values also, basic values. Suppose if you say a equal to 10, I want to remove it from memory. Say del a. Then after that you don't have a from the a in the memory. Suppose you just see the dictionary, right? I say del of, I just want to remove only the first key value pair. Then I can say del of d of 1. Then you can see it has just only one. You can apply delete like this. Suppose I want to delete the whole dictionary itself. Say del space d. Now you see d, again you get an error. Why? The dictionary got deleted. Means del is something which can be used to delete the whole object, or a pair from a dictionary, or it is also used to remove basic data elements, like the scalar values, int value, or float, all those objects from the memory. So del is something which is applicable, universally applicable on any kind of collection. But there are other functions which are used to delete data from this dictionary or list or set. Those are like pop item or remove, like that. Okay, insert, sorry, remove, discard. These functions are applied. They are part of API. This is not part of API. This is something which is applicable universally. So now I am moving to the next discussion. Okay, we'll do a small task on this also. Interesting here. So now, let us just talk about, you got clarity about clear and delete, right? Clear removes all the elements till the structure exists. Whereas the del is something which can be used for removing elements as well as removing the object itself. Now the next one, pop function. Suppose when I say D, there is, as we removed it completely, again let me recreate it. Okay, let me recreate dictionary. Now I say D dot pop of 1. Pop function removes a pair of a given key. Suppose I pass 1, then it removes that particular key value pair here. Suppose I pass 2, it removes that particular key value pair. Now there is nothing in dictionary now, it's an empty dictionary now. Okay, are you following it? Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, next. So this is another idea about this one. Again, create dictionary now. There is one more way of deleting elements here. That is, I don't think we have a remove function here. D dot remove. I don't think this function is not there. This function is there. Okay, this is not there. Okay. Dict object has no attribute remove. So dictionary don't have remove. Dictionary has pop and pop item. Even discard is not applicable here. Okay, you get attribute error if you try to call some function which is not there in that API. Okay, I think this is clear, right? Next one after this. Next one after this, pop item. It will by default remove a random. By default, what I am observing is it removes the rightmost element. The last element is inserted, is removed first here. That's what pop item will do. So, but you can just check the functionality. If you want to remove based on a particular key, then you have to choose pop. If you want to just remove the last element from the last pair from the dictionary, go for pop item. Got it right? We almost discussed. Still, you can try a few more. I will just give some outlines for that. You can try it. Suppose there is a dictionary, and that dictionary, if you want to convert to tuples means it also has data like this. You need to understand this kind of analysis also. Are you following? So suppose items. So this is my dictionary. You can see here. Assume that. Let me just recreate this once. Okay. It's not copied properly. Enter. Okay, good. Folks, let's see this. So this is our dictionary D. So now suppose you see here. So we have discussed most of these functions. Now items function, how this works. By default, items returns what it returns? It returns that key value pair in the form of a tuple. Now this is dictionary. See it. Here, every key value pair is separated with colon. Suppose when I say D dot items, let's see what this is going to do for us. Observe here, what it's doing. It's converting dictionary to a list and in that list every key value pair is converted to a tuple. Observe carefully. We have discussed tuples, right? Yes or no? Do you have discussed tuples? Means items does that. It converts this key value pair to tuple. That's why we can apply key comma k comma v like that when while iterating this no items function. Understood? No? Got clarity? So items does this. Now you do a small program now. Let's just do a small exercise on this. Write a program. Take this example. Already it's done, but just for practice purpose to you, because these are all very much useful functions while dealing in real-time use cases. Write a program. What you do? Write a program to apply items function and print each tuple from a tuple in sense one key value pair from a dictionary. So take some data like this. Say take some data like this. Okay, now you have a tuple like this. Array of tuples. Array of tuples are list of tuples. Now I want you to print each tuple. Right now. So if you want to convert it to tuples, list of tuples, then you have to apply item functions. That is the very clear discussion. Right now, it's a simple one only. Iterated, finished it. It's a simple one. I'll just show you. How do you do that? Just simply for I in. So it's something like this. If you want to just iterate tuples, d dot items. Okay. Print of I. I is a tuple here. Can you see that? So this is one easy, just a simple way of iterating this. Another program. What is that? Suppose from that tuple again I want to extract key set values. The first one is key, second one is value. Every tuple has two values. Then what do you do? Simple. If it is, we have already done this, right? So one easy way is like applying key comma v directly and trying to print it. Items will return, convert this whole dictionary into a list of tuples, and on the tuples we are trying to apply what is that? This one. K comma. So can you see there? This is how you can get it. That is one way. Suppose if you are directly iterating this one like this without having two dummy values, sorry, dummy variables. If you just choose only one variable, and I know I is a tuple, or you can make it as t also for making more sense. T in this one. Then you know, right? Tuple has indexing. Based on index, you can also extract data. What is that? Print of some t of right? T of 0. Indexing starts with 0 and comma t of 1. And t of 0 is always a key, and t of 1 is always a value here. Got it right? So this is another way of iterating this. In this way, you can play with it in number of ways, folks. Following? Okay. I think we are almost done. There are few more. Yes, still. In the next session, we are done with collections. Almost we have finished collections. There is nothing much left behind. Next 20 more minutes discussion is there for collections. So that's all. Then we'll switch to few more. Somebody is asking, what is that? Then we might switch to files or functions. It's up to you. Which one to use is we'll decide. Okay, tomorrow we are going to deal with files, another important topic. Right, this keeps continuing, guys. Every week one topic, and we keep implementing. Okay. And also, I'll give more assignments tomorrow. Probably I'll bring in assignments. I'm thinking every day, but due to office this work, and we are getting a lot of work nowadays, so I don't have much time. But still, I'll make sure I'll give assignments to you. Okay. It's all right. So, any more questions? I'll stop here for today because I have some other work after this. So, are you following, guys? Is there any improvement for you so far by attending these sessions? Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for the. And we keep doing it. This keeps continuing every week, one topic and the implementation part, topic implementation. It might keep on continuing for months together. This is not just only for one day. This project is aimed. I don't know. I want to take it forward. How many? Free only. No money involved here. I don't want any money here. Okay. See, with this knowledge, you can do more than a project, Vinod. Whatever you are working, that is more than sufficient to go and start working on a project. Okay. I'm sharing you all the different scenarios which are applicable in the day-to-day work. Got it right? Maybe you can go and ask someone who is working in Python, check with them. Then you update me. What kind of knowledge you are getting here? Clear? So usually even in our day-to-day big data work, somebody is asking Sandeep or somebody. So there is a difference, as a developer to you. When you know more languages, then you can do it, make it simple, things simple. One small use case, I'll tell you how Python is very much useful to me and how I am differentiated from other developers in my team. So whenever we are doing a task, the same task we can do it manually, we can do it by automation. As I know Python, what I do is I just automate it and do it quickly and finish it off. For example, I'll just tell one small use case, how Python benefits me in my project. There is a small scenario just recently, like, last week. In big data, there is a database kind of thing, NoSQL called HBase, and there will be records in that. And here that records, some 1700 or some 2000 records are there. Now we should delete all that. To delete that, we have to use row keys. I'm just giving you use case how Python benefits you when you really know, when you are ahead of certain things. So usually what happened is to delete it manually, there will be for 1700 records or 2000 records, there will be row key for each record, and we have to use each row key and we have to do the delete operation. To do that, at least we need 1 day or 2 days. To manually just take a row key and put it in the HBase, that HBase prompt, and you start deleting, it takes a lot of time. Then what we do? See, me as a Python, this thing, as I have exposure to Python, what I did do, I just wrote a simple Python code. I have extracted all the data from all the records from HBase, put it into a file, split it, and extracted all the row keys. The same kind of collections I am applying. Okay, just split function is string only. Right? How to do split? I'll just tell you how. You can do that now. I applied split, by taking some delimiter. Then all the row keys are put it into some, some list. Now I iterated that list, appended that to a one, whatever the delete syntax is there. I have appended the row key at the end of the delete query. Now I had written all the delete queries for 1700 rows into a, what is that? You can apply Python anywhere. Let me finish this first, Agartha. Okay, then I will come to your question. So what I did do, I wrote all the appended row key with HBase query into a file, copied all the row keys and just put it into HBase, just deleted in matter of just 1 minute. All keys got deleted just in half minute or 1 minute. So if I, as I know this, I'm able to work on that. But otherwise, if you don't know, that manual work takes 1 or 2 days time. Even to be, I can say that my other teammates, they were saying that it is difficult. Okay, but we have implemented it. So the advantage is that for you. Got it right? So we can automate it wherever you want to do the automation. You can. Automation is nothing but simplifying the process. Instead of doing manual process, you write a script and run it. Then automatically, instead of doing something for 1 day, you can do it just in just 1 minute. That's how that much difference will be there. Just one small example I told you, real-time use case. Whatever it takes like half day or 1 day by one person, we just minimize just to, if we just run that script now, within just 5 to 10 minutes we can close that chapter. For how many hour rows it might be. Again, we can use Python anywhere. There is no point like it is just limited only for specific area. It is applicable any area, wherever. If you want automation, you can apply Python. That's how Python is now. Okay, got some clarity now? I'm just giving you importance. So that's all, guys. We'll meet again in the next session. Stay focused and please inform to your friends also to keep attending. I'm seeing some of your friends were missing. If at all, if there are any friends of you are there. Okay. Thank you, guys. Yeah, sure. I'll upload it. Okay. We'll meet again. Thank you. Tomorrow same time we'll continue with the files. Okay. Yeah, we need to install modules. Definitely we need to install, but not now. When we start doing files or when we start doing other topics, whenever there we need to, I'll show you how to use that pip all that also, nothing to worry.